guess I was inspired by my dad's good friend at the time. He's a fantastic guitar player, and he played a 65 Telecaster, and it was just the most beautiful guitar, you know. And he's a very soulful player, and him and my dad would play and sing, and that was kind of my first inspiration to play, you know. I listened to Hendrix and Cream and Zeppelin and all that kind of stuff free, and traced the roots and got into the blues pretty heavy. So I was, you know, emulating people like Robert Johnson and Charlie Patton, Son House, and then into 50s and 60s like Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf and all that kind of stuff, you know. It's kind of funny, they had a guitar player leave about 2/3 of the way through an American tour, and they were in a bind, and I was good friends with their guitar tech at the time, and he bet a week's wages that I'd be a good fit. So they called me up and gave me all the material the night before, and I stayed up all night and learned everything as best I could, and went out and we did one rehearsal and did the rest of the tour. So I've been with the guys ever since. Saw Chris Christopherson. That was pretty amazing. That's been kind of a dream of mine, is to see him. You know, I'm a big time fan, so that was very cool. But it's a gorgeous festival. I mean, beautiful landscape and really good laid back vibes. You know, it's nice. It's not too complicated. I use an old Les Paul. Pedal wise, I use a MXR Dynacomp. For soloing, you know, when I play slide, and just for sustain overall. And I have a fuzz pedal and a delay and a tuner. And I play a Orange AD30. I just love the sound of those power tubes, you know. So I was looking for something that was kind of along those lines, but a little more controllable and a lot more volume, so I could get more headroom on stage. And it was the perfect amp, you know. It has to be reliable and versatile, you know. I have a simple setup, so I'm a volume control player, you know. So I need an amp that's gonna be nice and gainy, but I can dial it back on my guitar and it's gonna be shimmery clean too, you know. And, you know, in order to have that, you have to have headroom too. Otherwise your tone just gets too compressed, you know. So there's kind of a happy medium between gain and headroom, but I find that amp just does it perfect. Mainly it's that EL84 breakup, you know. It just does something different than in any other power tube, really, and it's a little tighter, and I don't know, a little more top end response, you know. And the clarity just suits that music fine, you know. It gives me a lot of control. The top channel's great, but it's, you know, it's pretty gainy for the kind of stuff we're doing, so I use the bottom channel all the time. And I'll dial it back for different tunes and change the gain structure and that. But. Well, it sounds fantastic, but it's also super reliable, man. Like, I've played mine, we do roughly 200 plus shows a year, and I've used mine for the last 3 years, and it's been, I've just had to change tubes, you know. It's just super reliable, and it does exactly what I want it to do every night. Feels great, man. Love representing fantastic amps that make me sound better, you know?